Former U.S. President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with what doctors are calling an aggressive form of prostate cancer, following a routine physical conducted at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. The White House released a medical summary on May 15, confirming the presence of a small nodule in the prostate, which after biopsy was found to be malignant. Before we continue, if you appreciate fact-driven political coverage with global relevance, consider subscribing. It helps independent reporting reach wider audiences. This development has significant implications not only for Biden's health, but also for the broader political landscape, as questions surrounding age and fitness for public service continue to intensify. Let's break down what we know so far, what medical professionals are saying, and what this could mean for Biden and his ongoing public engagements. The first public mention of Biden's annual physical came in early May 2025. The 82-year-old former president, who has a history of regular medical evaluations, underwent a comprehensive checkup at Walter Reed on May 10. According to the official medical report released by White House physician Dr. Kevin O'Connor, the exam included lab work, cardiology assessments, neurological checks, and urological tests. It was during this process that doctors identified a firm nodule in the right lobe of the prostate. A follow-up biopsy was performed on May 13, and 2 days later, the pathology confirmed the presence of adenocarcinoma, the most common form of prostate cancer. The term aggressive used in the briefing does not necessarily refer to rapid metastasis. In clinical terms, it generally refers to the Gleason score, which measures how abnormal the cancer cells look under a microscope. A high Gleason score indicates a faster-growing cancer, which doctors say was the case here. Dr. O'Connor stated in the memo, "The former president is receiving active treatment under a multidisciplinary team, and his prognosis is favorable at this stage." Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, particularly in those over 65. According to the American Cancer Society, 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, and age remains the biggest risk factor. The diagnosis of a former U.S. president adds urgency and scrutiny to the situation, not because prostate cancer is uncommon, but because of Biden's age and his previous role as president. The prostate nodule was reportedly caught early, with no current evidence of metastasis. Treatment protocols for this type of cancer can vary, ranging from radiation therapy and hormone therapy to surgical removal of the prostate, depending on the stage, spread, and health profile of the patient. In Biden's case, treatment has already begun. The exact methods have not been disclosed, though it is confirmed that the former president has not required hospitalization beyond outpatient procedures so far. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre assured the public that Biden continues to carry out his activities without interruption. Biden is not the first U.S. president to face a cancer diagnosis. Ronald Reagan had skin cancer removed during his presidency, and Jimmy Carter was diagnosed with cancer after leaving office. However, what sets this situation apart is the timing. With Biden having recently left office, health is no longer a background issue, it is now front and center. According to a February 2025 Gallup poll, 67% of registered voters expressed concern about Biden's age and physical fitness. This diagnosis may amplify those concerns, even with reassurances from his medical team. It's also worth noting that Biden's physical and cognitive fitness has long been a target of criticism from political opponents. The Biden family has maintained transparency with regular health updates, though critics argue that even minor changes in condition must be scrutinized given his past role as the nation's leader. So far, official statements from U.S. lawmakers have been restrained and largely respectful. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said in a tweet, wishing Joe Biden a full and speedy recovery. His strength and resilience have been proven time and again. House Speaker Mike Johnson also commented, "Regardless of politics, we should all wish Joe Biden good health. America needs stability, and that includes its former leaders." However, behind closed doors, there is growing speculation within the Democratic Party about contingency planning. Some insiders have raised the possibility of a shift in the party's strategy if Biden's health takes a turn for the worse. At present, no formal discussions about Biden's role in the party have been confirmed, and he has given no indication of stepping back from public life. From a constitutional standpoint, there is no legal barrier preventing a former president with cancer from engaging in public service or political activities. The 25th Amendment provides a mechanism for the temporary transfer of power should a sitting president be incapacitated, but this is not applicable to Biden's current situation. During his presidency, Biden remained in full control of the executive branch, and all national security briefings and engagements proceeded as scheduled. Still, the situation is being closely monitored by legal scholars, particularly as it relates to potential gaps in the chain of command during treatment windows that may require sedation or result in temporary cognitive impairment. So far, the Biden family maintains that no such scenarios have occurred. Beyond the immediate medical response, the implications are profound. Biden's cancer diagnosis may reframe his legacy, not just in terms of policy, but in the personal narratives presented by political figures. Voters often seek strength and vitality in leadership. A diagnosis of an aggressive cancer, even one caught early, introduces a layer of uncertainty that could influence public perception and confidence. Already, political strategists are revisiting their talking points. While opponents must tread carefully to avoid appearing callous, the question of health and leadership continuity is impossible to ignore. Within the Democratic Party, there are renewed conversations, albeit quietly, about grooming future leaders. Vice President Kamala Harris remains a prominent figure, but figures like Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, and even Pete Buttigieg have been mentioned in internal discussions as potential future leaders. As of now, former President Joe Biden continues to engage in public life with what his team describes as complete competence and full capacity. His treatment is ongoing, his condition is being monitored, and further updates are expected within weeks. In the meantime, this diagnosis will likely remain a central talking point, one that intersects medicine, politics, public trust, and the future of global leadership. We'll continue tracking developments as they unfold. For continued coverage of this and other politically significant stories, stay informed by subscribing.